You see Daredevil say he's sick of it. You see people in New York say they sick of it. You see Ayala, the Ayala girl, say she's sick of it. You see Karen say he's sick of it. And we got the payoff at the end, but at what price was their payoff? Because you possibly gave Fisk a bigger payoff.
Hey, what's up? It's Rashad. Antonio. We are the MCU Collective. Back at it again with Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episodes 2 and 3. Shoot the Moon, The Scales on the Sword. All spoilers. Gotta talk about a thing to talk about a thing. Um, what were your thoughts about these past two episodes, Tony?
Um, let's see. Um, Episode two, I thought was a solid episode. It was a good episode to give a setup of, what I'm saying, what's more of a setup than episode one was a setup, just kind of like, hey, this is a recap of what's going on and where we are at this point in New York City in the MCU, ground level MCU. Episode two for me was kind of putting things in order and putting ducks in a row of where people are standing as far as what we're going to do from this point. Episode three to me was like consequences. You saw a couple things. You saw consequences. You saw a kangaroo court case, and you see Daredevil basically be like, "All right, I'm sick of this." And you see Daredevil say he's sick of it. You see people in New York say they sick of it. You see Ayala, the Ayala girl, say she's sick of it. You see Karen say he's sick of it. And we got the payoff at the end, but at what price was their payoff? Because you possibly gave Fisk a bigger payoff.
Yeah, that's a good just summation of just what happened.
Yeah.
Because when I finished watching these two episodes, like for me, I walked away from it like I don't know, man. I felt like there's something's off with this series
Okay.
because it really feels as if we're like bumping up against two different tones when it
Oh,
comes to how the show is being written and the product that they're giving us.
okay.
And it's kind of funny because remember last season, of course we knew it was kind of a patchwork, a quilt,
It was a hodgepodge.
a hodgepodge
Mm-hmm.
of production.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of felt like that was going to be like alleviated this
Mm-hmm.
season. And it kind of still feels the same way to me. Like even
Okay.
though it's clearly one voice, one style in regards to how like the show looks,
Mm-hmm.
it, if this series is beginning to be a little bit, I feel like it doesn't know what it wants to be, and I'm trying to say this in the most like respectful way
Hey man,
because when
no.
yeah I'm just because I
Yeah.
don't want to come across as just like a sheer hater because
Uh-huh.
that's very easy to do. And I'm trying not to
Mm-hmm.
sensationalize everything. I want to make sure I say this to in a way that's I get. I want to convey this correctly.
Okay.
So, and to be honest, and it kind of boils down to like one main thing to me,
And
and
what's
this is like really like my like off the top my tougher question.
okay.
And the tougher question of the day is: does this show know what to do with its female characters?
Ooh,
Now let's look at all the female characters. Okay.
okay.
One we have the
Karen,
doctor. What's her name?
the doctor, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Daredevil,
Yeah,
Heather Glenn, Heather Glenn.
thank you. I'm about to say something very inappropriate. Heather Glenn, Doctor Glenn.
Hmm.
She's playing the very much and this is a trope I'm not sure we talked about before, but I
Hmm.
absolutely hate this trope. And this is the oh, I'm a therapist, some sort of mental health expert, and I end up going crazy. We've
Hmm.
already done this in this universe in season 2 of Punisher.
Can I say this?
Okay.
I know that's how you feel about it, but also going off source material.
I don't care. I
I,
understand. I totally
like
I know. I
okay,
know.
okay,
I know.
all right.
I still don't care.
Uh,
Y'all change all this other shit. Y'all could have easily changed that too. Okay?
as Drew Spook do.
I just I hate it because because it makes people who actually do real mental health work like oh they're susceptible to like just regular everyday cases that they'll be handling like this doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay,
Two, Karen.
okay.
Um, okay. First episode, we see her chopping it up with the with the wood and the sticks. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Acting like she doing her best Jackie Chan out here.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, she has the ability to not only knock out a anti-vigilante task force agent, then drag him to where Punisher is. And for some reason, where they are is also where Punisher's lair is.
Okay.
So that was kind of like, I
Okay.
don't know about that. And then by the end of the episode, not also is she like, good with the fisticuffs, she's also a decent shot.
Okay.
So that's kind of like, um, I don't know about that. I don't know if I care.
Okay.
Ayala's young Ayala, right? Her name's Ayala.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Her character, tonally for me, she's oh man, she's like she way too big to be that precocious. Like the way her character came off at the end, she was like, somebody's gotta do it. I was like, oh my god, why did they put that in there like that? Like it's like it was rough watching her. And I was really rooting for that character last season because I'm like, okay, you get a like a younger hero, and
Hmm.
she wasn't even like fully in garb. She was like I got the
The
medallion
amulet.
on, and
Hmm.
then I got a little hood. Like you ain't even about that life. So that kind of made I don't know, like I'm not sure about that. Also, um, okay, her Vanessa.
I don't
Vanessa
know this.
last season was like I run New York.
Hmm.
Now she's like, hey Fisk, let's go to the Amalfi Coast because let's get out of here. Let's go to Ibiza. Let's Hey man, we ruled the world already, man. This said, girl, how many rolls is it? And she's like, ah. So unless we're playing a long game with her, it's just a total departure from her we true partners in this. And you can say because he gave her a second chance after he killed her lover or whatever. Cool, I get that. She knew the man that she married. Okay.
Hmm.
um, his
Kristen McDuffie.
Miss McDuffie. I feel like they just don't know what to do with the character. She just ain't got nothing to do. That's really it. Outside of going to the like you said the kangaroo court, even her interaction with Heather was like, y'all could have. Like I don't even understand like why y'all had this like why they even had the interaction because it does nothing for the story. It's just like oh yeah we got to make sure that the hoes meet up. Like outside of that, it's like it's no reason for it to be there. I'm just not really getting the direction of the female characters, and it's not like I'm being chauvinistic. It's every time. It's even worse. A female wrote episode 3. So it's not like I'm just saying like the guys is messing it up. It's like, nah, man, it's just from I feel like they just don't know what to do with them. Because
I
even you
have
look at
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, you go ahead. Go ahead. No, go
Because
ahead.
even if you
Finish.
look at like most of the guys in the story, they have pretty much like their focus is clear. Oh yeah. And we also have
BB.
BB. And BB's kind of has is like really the only real female that has like a clear agenda and a clear arc for her character. Her arc this season is gonna be, is she gonna get caught and be dead like her uncle? That's really what they're setting up because she's working with Gandolfini and he's trying to save himself because he already knows that he's probably the one responsible for the leak. And the only person that would even have any reason to do anything with that information in regards to Daredevil and the ship and all that is BB. So and also he's trying to smash. So it's like he ain't, he ain't trying to mess with no vagina. So there's that. And I just like I'm very perplexed. Help me out.
Okay. I necessarily don't have a problem with the female characters. I am suspending belief in a lot of stuff they're doing. That's just me. As far as BB, like I said, I know we know what her thing is. She's trying to, you know, resist, and all this stuff, and she's trying to be the snake in the snake, the bigger snake in the snake pit. That's what I look at that from her. Um, with the therapist, I'm just going with it because that's the way it was written with her that she already had mental. I know you don't want to deal with it, Rashad.
No,
It
no,
is,
it's okay. It's okay. We
you
can.
know what I'm saying? It is what it is with her. Um, when it comes with Karen, I just think of look at it as Karen. This has been an evolution of Karen because we remember what Karen was when the show was originally on Netflix was born. She was, oh my God, scared of everything,
Yeah,
scared of
she
her
was.
shadow and all this stuff like that. And she's been with Matt, and of course, she's been with our favorite psychopathic. I did it. I'm glad I did it. Been with, what I'm saying, Frank and stuff like that. So this is kind of an evolution. I'm looking at this as an evolution of her. I agree with you when it comes to Vanessa. I don't know what the fuck is going on here because Vanessa seems like she's like always high on Linzapran or something. Like she's like on an antidepressant or something like that. Like I'm just not
You on
getting
that
that.
Zoloft, boy.
Oh, right, exactly. What I think to me, I think my bigger problem with the show more than anything is that they have two, they have the show here, Daredevil Born Again, but they have too many spaghetti strings out of plots they're trying to get through. It's looking like the sacred timeline when it was going on the Fritz with all the different spaghetti, and they're trying to instead of take one plot out at a time and just leave us little nuggets for some of these plots to come along later on. It's like they're trying to do them all at the same time in these 40-minute, in these 45 minute shows, and it's not really coming together for, like I said, what they want to do. Like I said, I kind of am disbelieving and seeing what's going on with some of the women. I see what you're saying and what you mean that. But I think it's more to do with it's too many story plots they're trying to get through. Because of course you got the main plot line with Daredevil and Daredevil slash Matt, they're missing. Well, Matt's missing, but Daredevil's out there. Fisk knows who Dare. It's like I almost forgot that Fisk knows who Daredevil is. I almost forgot that, or
Yeah, I
whatever.
forgot.
And
I almost forgot that too. Yeah,
right,
yeah,
and you have the
yeah,
anti. What I'm saying, you got that along with the plot line of BB trying to, what I'm saying, expose Fisk on top of that, along with Gandolfini, who wants to stay in Fisk's good graces, along with Smashing BB, along with Smashing BB. And, Karen is part of, she don't have her own separate plot story because she's tied into, what I'm saying, Matt and Daredevil. Then you have Vanessa of what the hell is going on, what I'm saying, with what I'm saying, with her. Then you have the Northern Star situation with, what I'm saying, because we haven't even touched on it in these two episodes with, what I'm saying, what they touch on a little bit, with the guns being run, from there, and exactly what Miss DeFontaine and my man, that's the CIA spook from the first episode, You know what I'm saying? Using the harbor for that. So you we really still don't know what's kind of going on with that plot point. Then you have, like I said, the plot point of Duquesne with the court case, you know what I'm saying, with the court case and everything, and trying to get, you know what I'm saying, trying to do they had it's too many plot points they're trying to work out. They should, if in my opinion, for this season, they should have just focused on the court case stuff and trying to out Fisk. That's my personal opinion, what they should have focused on instead of trying to go, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing it. Oh, we're going after Josie. You show Cherry for a hot second, and now Cherry's gone. We ain't seen Cherry. We don't know what Cherry is after they got him out that, after him and his people got him out that hospital. I think it should have been the court cases and trying to find people. I said people, Jesus, people within the AVTF and Fisk's organization who are willing to flip. You know what I'm saying? Because we already got one agent who's like, "Hey man, I'm doing this against my will.
So Brian signed up for
These,
this.
these niggas crazy, yo." You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas crazy. Doing this and everything, and then also having to deal with the psychiatrist, Daredevil's ex, Glenn or whatever, Dr. Glenn or whatever, and her PTSD of almost getting murked up by Muse last season and showing that this heifer is not stable enough to really be doing this, but she's just doing this. She's doing this because she's been given power, but she also feels this is her way of getting her revenge on mass people because of what happened to her. Even if these mass people are good vigilantes and not just quote unquote super criminals or whatnot. I just think it's too many plots they're trying to iron out. And what's this, an 8 episode? This is an 8 episode season? Am I tripping?
More
Or
than
what?
likely. I mean,
More than likely
eight
eight.
to ten.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Like and I think that's what my like I was bumping
yeah,
against.
eight
Yeah.
episode season. So yeah, I just think it's too many plot points they're trying to cover in 40 minutes and this or whatever.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because I'm real because like mentally, I'm like, and usually if okay, if you have between 6 to 8 plot lines going on at the same time in the show, they have to be masterfully done.
Hmm.
And if like to me, like you can't have no wasted scene. All
Hmm.
right. Let me give you an example. And this is another thing I want tonally. This show is trying to be two things. Because I can't do nothing but compare it to the OG series.
Okay.
So there were people who stood in for comic relief. But when they came in, they still were true to their actual character. For
Hmm.
example, Turk. Turk was
Hmm.
a through line, and his character was funny, not because he was trying to be funny, but he was always in the worst situations and trying to make the best of that situation for himself in service to himself.
Hmm.
Okay. We have there's an interaction between Buck Cashman and Jane and young Gandolfini. I cannot remember his name in the show.
I can't either.
And
The hot
they're
dogs.
talking about eating hot dogs. And I know the point of the conversation was that, hey, when we go to this party, you got to get this info from your boy. And he was like, no, I got my ways. Basically, I got you to eat this glizzy. I can get anybody to talk about any dirt that may be on the governor. Like, so I got the point of the conversation and even the point of the interaction. But Buck Cashman don't be playing no games.
But you know what? He let him know that at the end because remember that conversation.
Yeah,
Young Gandolfini was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, I know what you are. You was in the Queen's Justice. You know what I'm saying? Secret forces and stuff." And he looked at him and he let him talk that stuff. And he was like, "Yeah, you doing your research. Yeah, I'm not here for this." He kind of let his ass know, like,
Yeah, it was just
for that. But I
it's
think they went the long way for that to happen when they didn't have to go the long way for that.
and
Also,
that's
another
what
plot point, excuse me, that I forgot to mention, bullseye. It's like the bullseye thing was just like a little spit in the ocean.
Tony. Every time that man showed up, the screen went blue. It was cool
Hmm.
like the first time.
Hmm.
They did that thing like 4 times.
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
like, come on, bro. Ain't no way no these lights turn to blue. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I understand. Like it was
Blue moon.
blue. Like it was cool for like last season they did that. I was like, ooh, that's dope. It was like, you know what?
Young,
Run that back.
sad and blue. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like we're not, it's like once again, you see him come up and it's like I ain't gonna lie, I knew that those cops in the elevator were gonna like something was gonna happen to them. What the fuck? Oh, I knew something was gonna. I saw my screen just flash and my phone looked up FaceTime. I like this. I knew something was gonna happen to him. I was like, "Is that Daredevil that's gonna knock them out, get information?" And then my man said, "I said, oh, that's my man Bullseye."
Bullseye's back.
But it's like nothing about it. Even Fisk is kind of like, "Oh yeah, Bullseye."
He just, just
And then
killing niggas.
Vanessa, the same thing when she was talking with Buck, she was like, "Hey, you ever been in the presence of Bullseye and stuff like the conversation they had?" And she was like, she basically was letting them know, like, "Yeah, me having a gun is no point. This nigga want to take me out. He's going to take me, so he's not going to get close enough for me to even use this shit for real or whatever." So,
Yeah, so it's just like this, like that's what I'm really struggling with. Like watching this is like there's like that. It's just I don't know, man. It just feels very odd. Like some of the choices that they're making.
mhm.
This season so far.
Yeah, and what I hope don't happen, it seems like it's about to be this way. They're going to try to pack everything. They're already packing everything into this, but they're going to try to pack some resolutions for this all the way in the last couple of episodes to set up, I guess whatever's going to happen next. How many seasons is this supposed to be go? Did they say?
I
Is
don't
this
know. I feel like season 3 was already greenlit though. I could be
right?
lying. It feels like they're gonna have a season 3 of this. Because think about this too, Tony. We talked about all these plot lines in these 2 episodes. We
Hmm.
didn't even see Matthew Little's character at
Yeah.
all. Just wasn't
And
in it.
and like I said, we're talking about all these plot lines, and we're already what let's go ahead and say what a third of the way through because it is 8 episodes and we got 3 episodes now.
Basically, yeah.
Nigga, nigga, Jessica Jones is in this.
Ain't even pop up yet.
Ain't even popped up yet. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen next week, because that's going to be the midway point to come up. But what are we going to do? My thing is this: what type? Because these are the resolutions that we're going to need to get in this season alone, right here. Because this season ends, it's leading into the Punisher one-shot
Punisher,
special that's in May, and also what's
Spider
happening
Man
here goes into Spider-Man New Day. And we seen shots of Spider-Man New Day where he's getting a key to the city
with Sheila,
with
right?
with Sheila. Yeah, he's getting
Yeah.
a key to the city with Sheila.
Glad
So
Sheila survives.
yeah,
Sheila
so
too,
it's
another female character. They don't know what to do. Like Sheila's
right,
just there.
right,
Like
and then
and it's interesting. Matter of fact, real quick, like it's interesting
mhm,
to see. I'm glad I thought about Sheila because Sheila's character to me, there has to be a name for her character because Sheila is the one who knew what to do, knew the right thing,
mhm,
knew that it was about to hit the fan, but still kind of stayed around.
mhm,
So like she's like a definitive like career politician, and because she knew Fisk is crazy for real,
yeah.
he said, "Yeah, I'm just trying to survive this."
I think what she's trying to do is survive it, and she's also trying to kind of hopefully temper some of the crazy shit that he wants to do. But she know
Yeah,
that is a very slippery slope. I mean, shit. What do we see in the in episode 2 at the beginning when Fisk is training for this daggone boxing match? He got pissed off at the trainer because the trainer was like, "Hey, you doing a good job, whatever." And Buck came to give him some information. He was like, "Hey, 30 seconds." And the trainer was like, "Hey, trainer don't know what's going on." He's like, "Hey, man, you train better than this. Come on, what's going on?" He punched this man across the room and apparently might have shattered the skull, not shattered, but crushed the skull or something because he broke the window pane and blood is just dripping. That is crazy.
And to me, like even like the even the violence on this show
Hmm.
feels like subdued.
Yeah,
Like cause like even with like the original series, like the violence was like it was visceral.
where my hallway
Like
scene?
I don't even care. Like the violence on this show, it seems like it feels like they're pulling their punches. Like
Let's
we
call
seen
it what it
some
is,
like
Rashad. Call it what it is. It's Disneyfied.
it's Disney, man. But
It's
like this
Disneyfied. Yeah.
but the show TVMA, so I don't understand like why are you trying to you know what I'm saying? Like I like that don't make sense to me because like and this is my thought.
Hmm.
This is definitely more of a like Disney thing
Hmm.
and not like a Disney Hulu thing. Because if this was a Hulu show,
Hmm.
it would be going all out all the time.
I got a better comparison for you. What we saw when it was on Netflix was NBA defense in the 80s and 90s. And what we're seeing right, you know what I'm saying? What we're seeing right now is not quite to what NBA defense and you know what I'm saying references. I'm gonna say early 2000s, early mid 2000s, where it's still kind of like, oh, that was kind of every once in a while you're like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Instead of seeing the Jordan Rules forearm in the chest,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it's
Like we
ain't
not
no
see
Knicks,
we
ain't no Knicks versus Pacers.
right, ain't no
You
you
know
know
what
what I'm saying?
I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey, Rashad, Knicks versus Heat, them Rumbles,
Ain't
they fought every,
yeah,
you
no
know what I'm
Knicks
saying?
versus Heat.
This ain't the
Yeah,
bad
man.
boys. That was the Netflix stuff right here. What we're getting
Yeah.
is I'm gonna say early 2000-ish, early
Yeah.
2000-ish,
This
mid
is just
$2000-ish
the
NBA.
beginning of the no hand check, free
Right.
movement, free flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
like
old lady, right before we get to the
right
point there where it's the Olay
yeah.
defense.
Yeah, right before where they figured out that threes are more than twos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
No, no, that's a
it
good analogy.
it's been real just it's been real just a little bit. I think the most visceral thing that I saw so far in this season, because that I'll say this, that first season, that first 5 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever
And
with
that's what I'm
Daredevil and Bullseye
saying.
was out of control. I think the most visceral thing that we've seen so far was in the breakout scene where Daredevil basically killed the guy with the pipe, throwing it at the guy's chest. I said, did he just kill that man? I think he
No,
killed him.
no, I don't. Did he throw that, or did Swordsman throw that?
Source. I don't know who. I'm gonna take Daredevil because he's good, but Swordsman. Hey, I will say this. Shout out for us finally seeing Swordsman
Bravo
in
to that
action
scene. That was probably like
without.
that was like the best scene of both episodes. Even
Yeah.
though, like, okay, even though the breakout was goofy to me,
Uh-huh.
that scene where Swordsman had those two like little metal sticks.
Uh-huh.
I said, "Yo, that man is he was really nice with it." I said, "Okay."
You saw the smile on his face when
He
Daredevil
was
gave it a thing. He was like,
ah,
ha ha ha. Yeah, and I mean they took all the you know what I'm saying they took all those folks out or whatever. Um
yeah,
yeah, but I get what you're saying of like there is something missing. I just think it's not necessarily something missing. It's 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 too much ingredients in the soup. It's too much ingredients in
yeah,
it's too much
yeah,
ingredients in the pot.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You're supposed to be
yeah,
making a simple chicken noodle soup, and you try to turn this into a gumbo, and it ain't really.
yeah.
And you
It
ain't
ain't.
doing it. You ain't mixing the stuff right to make it a
Yeah,
gumbo. Yeah,
you ain't even make a roux
roux.
first.
You ain't
Yeah,
even make a roux.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
have like the broth you done made with the chicken and stuff, whatever. And you like, you know what? While I'm at, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a gumbo. Nigga, make the roux. Where's the Trinity at? You're not really doing it, so it's just too much
Yeah,
in.
yeah. It ain't no
Yeah,
mirepoix, nothing in this
no,
joint.
no
Yeah, man.
Miracle,
Yeah,
no, you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It's just too much.
yeah.
It's too much. It's too much in this. You know what I'm saying? Too much in this with, like I said, plot lines, and like I said, I think they're just like, oh man, we just gonna. It's like a blank canvas, and they just have a bunch of balls in their hands that's been soaked in different colors, pause, and just throwing them janks at the daggone thing, and being like art.
Oh, they trying to make a Jackson Pollock. That's that's
Yeah.
that's that's yeah, man. Like I don't. Yeah, I'm really like I'm struggling with this because I watched these last two last night. I'm like, am I just tired or is this really going like this? And then
Hmm.
I said, hold on, this is really going like this. This like I'm okay. And then there's some like real like stereotypical scenes in this. I'm like, dog, man, like the bodega scene. Oh,
I knew
that
you
pissed
was
me off
going
so
there.
bad.
Yeah, it did. It
Ain't
did.
no bodega owner got no shotgun in the
Ain't no
city.
shot it. No,
You
no.
know how illegal that is.
That is illegal.
You can't.
Plexico Burrs went to prison for what? For how many years, Rashad? Like 5 years or
A
something?
couple
Like
years,
he
yeah.
was at Rikers for 5 years because he shot himself with a handgun. And I've never been to New York, but I know the rule in New York. Like you can't
You
really
can't
have
not no, you
have a
can't
hand. You
own
can't
no, can't have no gun on you.
can't have no gun on you, Rashad. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes,
live.
can't have no
Yeah.
conceal or it ain't like
No,
here. You can't.
it
Ain't
ain't
no
like in
open
VA,
carry.
baby. Open
Ain't no
carry.
open carry. Nah,
Nah.
it's no guns in the city. So like for him to have a whole ass shotgun, I was
Get the
like,
shotty to the
what?
body.
Yeah, I'm like this really makes sense. And
Yeah.
yeah, like yeah, that this
Hmm.
so there's just so there is a there's just a disconnect about like what the city is and what it isn't for a
I have
Daredevil show.
I have another thing too, Rashard. And this is a thing that I'm putting on us, you and me, right here.
Okay.
Do you could it be that because we just finished seeing an excellent show executed well in paradise in a season, and now we're watching the show and we do this to critique, but it's because that we just come from watching an A level, an A tier show. What was it? S tier, A tier show, or
Yeah.
whatever. And now we're coming to this, and things that aren't really, how should I say, as we say, are a little convoluted and ain't coming together. More is glaring to us because we just finished watching something that was just so that's why I say is it a us thing?
No. Only as I say that is
Okay.
because they haven't eclipsed Daredevil season two, which is people say that's like the worst season of Daredevil.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, so no. And think about it too. Dome Jones is 13 episodes long.
Yeah, they were 13 episodes.
And there are like a couple, especially in season two, there are a couple episodes. I like season two. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? A lot. But everybody's like, oh, season two was okay. Season two was much better. I'm like, really? It's like cool on that, y'all. Like, I really feel like there were some episodes in the middle that I was like, oh, that's a,
Mm-hmm.
little tad of filler. But, you know, but
That was
those
my
seasons were,
problem with some of the OG Daredevil
yeah, yeah, yeah,
seasons.
yeah,
There
yeah.
were there were plethora every season had a plethora of episodes where you were just like, let's get this episode over with so we can go to the
That
next
could have
thing.
been two episodes
Two,
together.
right. It
Yeah.
could have been two episodes together, or maybe we didn't
But
need that
since it
shit at
was
all.
a
Uh-huh.
like a binge,
Mm-hmm.
it was cool because then you could just come back to it or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
the way it shows constructed, they're trying to do this thing where we're gonna have this like kind of like staggered schedule. I'm gonna drop one, I'm gonna drop two, I'm gonna drop one more here. And it's almost like the episode can't stand on its own. And if you're gonna do this, like especially if it's only 8 episodes, each 8 of these episodes have to be strong episodes.
Do you think they should have dropped all the episodes at once?
Shit, at this rate, might as well.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean, since they want to drop.
I would have been a little upset. I had to watch all this junk over a weekend. But like, if you're gonna like not have, if you're gonna have a story, that plays out more like an elongated movie, then that
Hmm.
lends to the binge. But if you want to have a show that has definitive cliffhangers at the each episode, which is TV, because you got to have something to bait me to keep watching,
Hmm.
even in the binge. If I don't have a real cliffhanger, it's like, I'll watch it tomorrow. And then all of a sudden it's 2 months later and you haven't finished the series because there was no hook for you to lead you to the next episode. So that's really my problem. Because even at the end of episode three, what happens at the end of episode three?
Shit.
What? That's the problem. You don't remember. We should, and you just watched it. That is
Oh,
what I'm saying.
episode 3 ended when when Karen took out the AVTF dude and Superman his ass to wherever they took the Punisher, where the
So
Punisher
yeah, so that's
hideout
what I'm
is.
saying. And then oh, I thought it was hold on. Didn't the episode end with Punisher saying that like, oh, we're gonna basically play both sides of this? Was that before that? See, that's the
Punisher,
problem.
Punisher
I
not in
should
this se
know.
Punisher not in this season.
Again, I didn't mean to say Punisher. I meant to say Daredevil. That's the problem. I should remember what happened in the episode. It should be
What
so
episode do you say? 3 or 2?
three.
Okay, I said the end of episode 2. Part of me. End of episode 3. Um, Fisk has the ATF kill the night crew that was on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Northern
yeah,
Star song.
yes,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's why
That's what
the
I'm saying.
Northern
Like
Star song. Yeah,
I should have remembered that.
yeah.
Because that's not a cliffhanger. You know why it's not a cliffhanger? Because they already told us it was going to do that.
Hmm.
So it's like the stakes for that have already been said. So it's not like we didn't know that was going to happen. If it was like, yeah, if they didn't say that earlier, instead of just spoon feeding us the story, it would have been like, yo, he killed all them people, and I was like, oh yeah, he said he was going to do that because the fixer helps him. So now,
And that's why I asked the question on. That's why I say should this has been dropped all at once, and also I say that because when you had a show like Wonder Man, who I think could have been okay if you did it 1 week at a time, even though it was what 6 episodes or
six
whatever, six
six
episodes,
30-minute episodes of
six
that.
30 minute episodes. I think you could have dropped like that could have came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, 2 episodes for over the next 3 weeks. I thought that could have been cool, but this one is almost giving let these shits rock or whatever, and then just watch 2, 3 a day or whatever
Yeah,
to get over through them or whatever. Because I just feel like I say, back to the original thing. I just feel like there are too many plot stories for them to try to cover in 40 minutes in 8 episodes. I want to. It's like I want to tell them, my guys, y'all ain't doing this like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones had a season where they had like 8 different plots going on, but they knew how to hit each one in different episodes, or even some episodes they didn't even touch a plot that they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? It
one
might have been
story.
one, it might have been one, but it's all part of one story. And this right here, yes, it's part of one story, but it's like some of these plots are side missions, side quests, like they are in a video game.
And yeah, and to be honest, Sony, I feel like they would say, "Hey man, it's Daredevil. Niggas gonna watch,"
Oh yeah.
and that's not a good hook. That's all the time I got today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we'll be back next week. Daredevil again. I don't know anything else coming out. More stuff.
No. I know you're not gonna. I think you're not gonna watch it, but I'm gonna go see Super Mario Brothers. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, probably
I'm gonna
not unless
one of the
unless
kids.
we take Nia or something.
Yeah,
But
I'm
if
gonna probably.
if we do take Nia, I'll definitely we can talk about
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check
it.
out Super. I'm gonna check out Super Mario Brothers. Like I said, we got this. I think Invincible new episodes come out. They come out today or tomorrow.
This one came out
Oh,
yesterday.
Invincible came out yesterday. Okay, well I gotta watch. I'll probably watch. And they, hopefully they only drop one episode and not two
Yeah,
or
it's just one
whatever.
episode a
But
week.
cool. So
I
yeah,
am not
checking
caught
that
up.
out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. To those who may remember, I have just finished Breaking Bad. I'm done with Breaking Bad and stuff like that. Cool show and all that good stuff. Some people saying, "Hey, go ahead and watch Better Call Saul." I'm good. No disrespect. It's just I'm cool on that. I got what I needed out of that. So I don't, you know, I'm looking for some new stuff to maybe binge. I think what I'm gonna try, Rashad, is Snowfall. I heard good things about Snowfall, so I might check
Yeah,
that or whatever.
I've been watching For All Mankind,
Okay.
and it's been amazing.
Okay.
It took them four
What is that? Is
seasons.
what is that on? Is that Apple?
Yeah,
There's a lot of heat that's on Apple
yeah,
that I
a lot of
hear.
heat on Apple. It took them like this, Tony. It took them 4 seasons and 3 episodes for me to be like, why did character do that like that?
Hmm.
I mean, it took a long time for me to be like actually a little bit frustrated with a character decision that I thought was out of the something that the character wouldn't do. But then again, it's like it's what a white person do in real life, so I'm not that upset. But yeah,
Yeah, that's
all
what
the
we
time we
got.
got, man. We appreciate y'all. Like,
Hmm.
share, subscribe, all the good things, man. See some all the stuff. TikTok, Facebook, IG, threads if you want to talk. Until next time. What am I doing?